All right, the last thing I want to talk about today is Business Central and Excel. There are lots of times where I have data that is being generated or received in Excel that I want to then get into my Business Central. Now, you do have the Edit in Excel button. So if your data is starting in Business Central and you want to edit it, that works beautifully well. But a lot of times I have a month-end journal entry that's being calculated based on some big funky workbook. Or maybe I've got, price increase that I want to modify in Excel first, or I've got, frankly, we use it to enter timesheets here at eOne Solutions. There are a lot of times where I have data inside Excel, and I need to get that data back into Business Central. So rather than go through slides, I will just, show you this example. So I have here a quick refreshable Excel workbook. Now what this is doing, that refresh that I did, is using a feature in PopDoc called API endpoints, and it's gathering for me data about my inventory, right? So showing me, where do I have shortages? What is my reorder point? Key information that I need to have. And you can see here that it is calculating for me order quantities. Now I could modify this if I wanted to, so I could order 10 of those and 1 of those, stuff like that. The important part here is I got the data into Excel from PopDoc, from Business Central using PopDoc, but I've also got this other add-in here called the Smart Connect add-in for Excel. So what we did here was I have this neat little window where I filled in my Smart Connect credentials and I selected a Smart Connect process, stuff like that. Now that my data has been modified and I'm ready to go, I can click on this Run Map here. And what's going to happen is it's going to run the map. It opens this little window down below. This is pushing the data from my screen You can see here that I have an error. I did leave that error in there on purpose. I have a vendor that does not have the posting group assigned. Now, in this case, that's a Business Central problem, so I do need to go back to Business Central and fix it. If it wasn't, if it was like a quantity or something, I could simply change the data here and click on Process to retry that record. Okay, but for me, if I jump back into my Business Central here and I go to my purchase orders, you can see here that we had a number of purchase orders created today. We've got our line items associated with those orders. Okay, and a lot of data has been figured out in here, like dates and prices and all that stuff. But that was an example of both PopDoc and Smart Connect being used to build an Excel-based solution that is interacting with my Business Central. So a bunch of different things that we're covering off with that. We are basically A, helping the user, and B, that user doesn't necessarily have to be a Business Central user at this point. Now all they have to have is access to that Excel workbook. They process everything, and now the data's been created inside Business Central, ready for approvals by all of your Business Central users who have to be involved in said process.